Strawberry Hill Bakery. So let me let you know a little bit about what the item number is and how we have this for you today. So this is item number M83956. And what is super exciting is this is the first day that we are presenting this item at the low price of $45.42. And it is also the first day we're presenting with 5 Easy Pay, which means you'll be able to get this item home for as little as $9.08 and always with free shipping and handling here on this item and all food at QVC and QVC2. So great day to pick up Strawberry Hill. Let me tell you what we have here for you. It is an assortment of 3 1-pound swirled bread. So I have to show you what I mean when I say a swirled bread. This is officially called a Povitica, which is an old world Eastern European heritage bread that we'll get into all of the details of how it is made. But I want to let you know you're not having to make a choice here. So when you say, yes, I love what this is, you're going to get all 3. First, you're going to get the English walnut, which is the original. It's the flavor that started it all. And I'll tell you everything that's in it, but it is simply scrumptious. You then also receive the wild Maine blueberry. This is a blueberry and cream cheese combination extraordinaire, and you have this in the assortment as well. And the third flavor, last but absolutely not least, is our apple cinnamon. So here you have that classic American favorite of apples and cinnamon coming together with this Eastern European heritage bread. And I really can't think of anything better than additionally getting the apple and cinnamon, getting the blueberry and cream cheese, and getting that original English walnut. So let me tell you what a Povitica is and how beautifully and painstakingly this is made. So the name Povitica actually translates to swirled bread. And as you can see right here and in the tray in front of me, that's exactly what this is. So it looks like a loaf of bread. It eats like a cake because it is just so rich and filling, but it's officially a pastry because of how it is all those rolled layers. So what we do when we make this is we make the filling the star of the show. So in this case with the English walnut, 75%, look at that. Look at all those ingredients. 75% of this is going to be the filling. We mix it. We make sure that batter is lusciously mixed. We then take the dough and we roll it out extra thin. We then take that filling, there it's the English walnut, and we swathe it all over that wonderful pastry dough. Then we roll it. Then we put it into an S shape and put it into the pan to bake. So now everything is rolled together, swirled together, mixed together to perfection. And as these come out, you can see they're just such a beautiful presentation. So they're as gorgeous as they are delicious. They are as delicious as they are gorgeous. So in the case here of the English walnut, you saw a little bit of how we're making it, but I'll tell you what goes inside. This is fresh, crushed English walnuts. That's the star. We mix it in then with sweet cream butter, which adds just a delicious creaminess and a sweetness. We go a little step further by putting in some real honey and then just a little bit of real sugar. So the combination of the sweet filling with that really savory, flaky dough is what makes this an absolutely outstanding option. So here, this is half a loaf, and I'm able to go ahead and I'm going to show you down here. I can slice this, and out of a loaf, I can get 8 very generous slices. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you can see that's all of the English walnut. In addition to being able to get slices, I can go ahead and take this and cut it into cubes. Here you can see one of my just suggestions for you because I'm a charcuterie plate fan. I love always putting together meats and cheeses and fruits and maybe something a little bit sweet. I went ahead and I sliced up, as you see here, but then I cubed. I made each of the slices into 6 pieces, and I was able to get these wonderful cubes that then I go ahead and I put with meats and cheeses and nuts and fruit, and it just gives you something extra special to put out at the holidays, something when you just have friends pop by, because these are going to last and stay in your refrigerator for several weeks. They can stay in your freezer for several months. So you can have these at the ready to enjoy yourself or when company pops by. They're also fantastic to gift because each one of them is going to come individually packaged. There's going to be a cellophane bag inside to keep everything nice and fresh. But then look at this beautiful box. And if you're unsure what flavor is in each of the boxes, we help you out. You can go ahead and pop them in your refrigerator, pop them in your freezer, and know exactly which one you're taking out. But when you go to gift it, I just think this is such a beautiful box. I feel really proud to bring this to somebody's house because of the heritage and tradition of what a Povitica is, but also how beautiful the presentation is. So let's continue on because we have so many more flavors here to talk about. This is the blueberry and cream cheese. So this is a combination of your wild Maine blueberries that burst inside the cream cheese. So you'll notice little wild Maine blueberries, they're small, they're super flavorful, but look how large they look here because they just burst into the cream cheese, which means you're not just getting the flavor of the blueberries each time you're biting into a blueberry, you are getting it throughout the swirls of the cream cheese, throughout the swirls of the pastry. So this is absolutely exceptional in the flavor, and look at how beautiful it is, especially when you combine and you put on a presentation a combination of the English walnut and the wild Maine blueberry and cream cheese. It's really fantastic. Okay, and then last but not least, I referenced before that this is that classic American combination. What I love here with the English walnut, oh, excuse me, what I love with the English walnut is that combination of that savory with the walnuts mixed with the sweet of the honey. But what I love here with the apple and the cinnamon is that little bit of the warmth that comes from the cinnamon mixed in with a combination of an applesauce puree that's made from the most tender and freshest of apples, and then chunks of the apples. You can probably see in here, there's beautiful strewing of the chunks as well as the sauce. And then it's mixed with that bit of the cinnamon, really blended in for just a beautiful flavor. So this is almost like a take on an apple pie done in more of a pastry. And I just think it's exceptional. And here I'm going to give you a suggestion. So what I've done with this one is I take it and I warm it up. So in this particular case, this is one that I wound up making into a French toast. So how fun that you can go ahead and take a slice, make it as thin or as thick of a slice as you like, and go ahead. You can either pop it into a toaster oven, or you can go ahead and make it up with an egg wash and make it into a French toast. So I love this for anything, any time of day. I love to have these for breakfast. I love to just take a little slice, and sometimes I'll play with my food, silly as it sounds, but I will love to just unroll this, undo those swirls. Look at how beautiful. So I love to see how this was put together because to me, it's not only a delicious piece of food to enjoy, it's like art. I just think this is amazing how this is done. So sometimes I will go ahead and take off a piece, not just by biting into it, but unrolling it, going ahead and looking at all those luscious layers and all of the different filling pieces because I'm just amazed by the work that goes into it. And that's really something that's important about the tradition of the Povitica. This was made by Croatian and Slovenian grandmothers way back in Eastern Europe as a sign of love and affection and telling somebody that they really cared about them, whether it was for a special holiday that they wanted to be spending all of this time and energy baking for, or even something where they just wanted to let somebody know, I appreciate you, I respect you. They would go ahead and bake these beautiful Poviticas to be able to gift, to be able to bring them to someone's home. And so that tradition was brought here to the Strawberry Hill region of Kansas City by third and fourth generation bakers. They brought grandma's beloved recipe, which was for the English walnut. It was a gift to the family from grandma to be able to bring it here and be able to bring that recipe so that since 1903, the third and fourth generation bakers have been able to make these Poviticas here in all these delicious flavors. And for you at QVC, this pack up, which is including all three, so English walnut, blueberry and cream cheese, and the apple cinnamon. So we're doing really nicely here, everyone. Only 450 to go around. Okay, so this is your time. If anything about these is jumping out at you, this is the time to pick them up. We don't have a lot left, and this is a great assortment because you can not only enjoy some yourself, you can gift some. As I was showing before, we have this amazing gift box. So what I love is each one of the three come in a gift box. So you can feel like you are giving that wonderful tradition of showing love and respect and care and attention to someone you want to show that to by gifting a Povitica. But what's nice is when you get the 3-pack assortment home, you don't have to gift them all. You can keep 1 or 2 for yourself. Sure, you can gift them all, maybe even want to get 2 sets because they will stay in your freezer for a few months. They'll stay in your refrigerator or even out on your counter for up to a few weeks. So sometimes I go ahead and I take these and I cut them up and I put them in just one of my glass lidded trays. It's an easy way for my family to pick up pieces. So I'll keep that on the counter for a few days. Maybe I'll do that with half the loaf. And when with the other half of the loaf, I go ahead and I take this and I put this back in the fridge. So there's so many ways to enjoy it. I find there's for flavor here for everybody. So I know people who say, look, English walnut is my favorite. I want the traditional. I want the one that started it all. I want the one that grandma brought here from the Eastern European heritage. And that's the one that I want. I love that savory and that sweet with those crushed English walnuts. But I personally am a big fan of the blueberry. And if you're a fan of the apple, guess what? You get to get them all. So I am so excited to be here with all of you. And I really hope that you got your chance to pick up the Povitica, because I know that we are down to some limited quantities. And thank you so much for taking a time to look at these. And please, if you get them home, have fun with all the different ways that you're able to prepare them as a snack, as a breakfast item, make them as a French toast, even as dessert, or have fun with a charcuterie plate. All the rage these days. Love having it here. And now I'm going to be tipping this off to my friend Marie Louise, who I think has something to warm up your soul as much as she warms all of our hearts. So I will turn it over to you, Marie Louise.
Oh, love to your family, Kim. Good to see you. And hey,